without further ado, I would hope that you would agree, I want to hand you over to my friend, Steve Hamilton. Can you please give him a round of applause?
Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Evening, guys. How are we all? We all okay? Good. So, bit awkward when everybody has to stand up and listen, so I'm not going to rattle on for 45 minutes like Kev wanted me to. So I'm going to keep it short, sweet, and just give you a little bit about how I've got to where I've got to, some of the deals that I'm doing, and how I'm making money today. Because obviously a lot of people are nervous. Some people might be a bit more experienced and they know what they're doing, or we think we know what we're doing. But I'm going to give you a journey from the beginning to where I am today. Get around the people who are doing it. Be involved. Go to networking events. But guys, you've got to pick networking events where you can get value. Okay? There's so many networking events out there. I get asked to speak at probably 20 networking events a month. I spoke at Kev's because I actually really like this guy, like genuinely, like even though he's not taking me for a curry, he's taking me for a burger. I really like this guy, so that's why I said yes. I turned down so many speaking events because a lot of networking events are just a load. It's just a load of people on social media taking snaps of each other trying to be famous. Yes, I do have a decent sized social media following, but I'm all about the money. Every day that I wake up, I only give a about the money. My family are obviously number one, they will always be. My team around me is super important, everything else. Second, it's behind me, because all I'm focusing on is the money, consistently, all the time, because it makes me happy. I'm going to tell the truth, I'm not even going to pretend, because I like to be able to sleep at night knowing my bills are paid. I like to be able to sleep at night knowing my son's okay because there's money in the bank account. Too many people are like, oh, money isn't everything. You probably don't have it. Money is everything. It makes you sleep so much easier. And if you've got money, if you've got money and you're around people who are, they was always, but just without the money. The money's made them even bigger. And if you're around people who have got money, you say they're the nicest people you've ever met. That's because now they've got money, they can be as nice as they want to be. And that's what it is. So we have, as British people, we have like a tendency to look down on people who have money. Americans actually applaud it. They chase people down the street asking. We need to try and figure out how we applaud people with money, because we're always slating, you know, me, I'm a young, half Asian, Irish geezer with tattoos, driving around in Ferraris and Lamborghinis. I'm a drug dealer. That's the misconception. But put me in a room with a property developer and I'll piss all over them. But that's not what people think. They just need to look at him with his tattoos and his cars and shit. He's a drug dealer. That's what people, we've got to try and change that, because property developers are actually needed. We're needed desperately, believe me, because I can literally build 10 houses made out of cardboard and put them outside and everyone will rent tomorrow. Facts. I can build 10 houses anywhere in the country, they will rent. We need property developers, and we need people who build properties with integrity. We need people to do things correctly. If you know me and you've been around me, all my properties are 10 out of 10. There's no shortcuts. Anybody that's been to any of my developments, and a lot of people in this room have been to my developments, there are no shortcuts. And if it costs me that extra 10 grand and I'm losing 10 grand of my profit, I'm happy to do it to keep my name there at all times. And that's all it's about. Having morals, being nice to people. Now, you said the be nice, be kind is how I am, and it genuinely is, but I am also ruthless. I am also somebody who can make a decision like that and I can cut people out and I can move on to the next one very quickly. Now, the reason I'm ruthless is because as I'm getting older, I realise that I can't buy time. When I was younger, I thought I had all the time in the world. Now I'm getting a little bit older, I'm like, holy shit, I don't have as many summers left as I thought I did. So every single day that I wake up and I have to make a decision, I don't leave it for a week or 2 weeks. I make it there and then. And it just helps me get so much further ahead. So be nice to people and be kind to every single person, but also understand that your time is something you can't replace.
Good morning.
Good morning. There's so many of us turned up for a viewing because we've all got things to do today, and we've got a viewing, and there's 6 of you outside the van. There's 6 of you, so he's probably thinking, what the hell is going on? Looking at buying this house, turn it into flats, and we're in now, have a viewing, see if we can turn it into what we want to turn it into. Last night was a great night. Something completely different to what I've done. It was a golf club. Speaking there, everyone was standing, so I was a bit worried about it, to be honest with you, because when people don't sit down, it's quite difficult to get their attention and make sure that they pay attention. But the whole room was silent for the whole time we spoke, not one murmur of anything, and it was probably the best feedback I've ever done at any event, if I'm honest. My whole team was standing behind the camera going, yeah, it was. Feedback was awesome. Kev Cox was absolutely awesome, great event, really enjoyed it. It really is a networking and an education place, so that was really cool. Food afterwards was decent. I'm being called in, can we film? He said no.
You can just tell. You can try, but...
No, don't film then. Just let me go in, I'll be out shortly. No good. Loud.
Yeah.
Back at the office. Bye bye. No?
Why she asked him to leave?
She gets scared of the camera. She has a panic attack. Like, she goes like that, like that.
Oh,
And
wow.
she's around like that. That's Lou. Lou tries to avoid the camera. A bit like that guy. We have an issue. We have an issue. Do you see that over there? The red one is our bin, okay? I think that, no. Which one's our bin?
The one in front of it.
The one in front of it is our bin. But they've come to collect the bins, they've knocked them over, there's rubbish all over the place. Waste enforcement from Birmingham City Council have just gone, property circle, who's in charge? And we was like, he is. And waste enforcement are not happy. They're saying that they've got rubbish on the floor. Of course they've got rubbish on the floor. They've knocked the bins over. And also, we have a problem with homelessness in Birmingham. It's a huge problem. And unfortunately, you know, people have to do certain things and they empty the bins at night looking for certain items and stuff, and they leave the bags scattered across the floor, and waste enforcement are not happy. So waste enforcement, clean the bins correctly, make sure that people take the bins, and at least we're putting our rubbish in the bins. Guy was really funny. Not good. But anyway, that was a very weird anyway. But anyway, today's a new day. We have another issue today. Unfortunately, our office manager has had a sick day, unfortunately. He has had an allergic reaction to the chemicals. Liz is looking at me trying to make sure I say the right thing. What is it? The chemicals in the cleaning products. Chemicals in the cleaning products have had an allergic reaction to his face. His eyes are all swollen. His cheeks are all swollen. Even his nose is swollen. So he has had to have the day off today. C.O.O. number 1 is there. C.O.O. number 2, Armani, is in Worcester, I believe. He's in Worcester. He's gone out with one of the 11 luxury estates agents. He's gone on a market appraisal because he wants to see how they're done. He wants to learn the roles. He wants to know what the hell is going on. But right now, I am releasing on Saturday morning at 10 o'clock my first ever different type of video. I told you I was going to start showing some lifestyle with the education and the dailies. Saturday morning, 10 a.m, I'm releasing a very, very, very cool video which will be part of a series over the next year. And we are now having a private screening in here of the masterpiece that Duna has created. Now, we all know what happens when Duna creates a masterpiece. Phil, what happens when Duna creates a masterpiece?
It goes on the big screen.
It goes on the big screen. So I wanted it on that big screen, but I was like, not happening, Steve. We were watching it on the office big screen. So we are going to now have a private screening. It's not really private because it's in my offices, but we're having a private screening, and everybody will probably also want to know why the house this morning was shit. And I'll tell you very, very soon after we have done this. 6mm, and it was second hand. Now, to get into a Rolex store... that was... I was looking at the old video thinking, he ain't listened. We've got a thumbnail, but he ain't listened. What's everyone's thoughts? Should we be putting that out? No one's got any thoughts where they think, I don't know about that.
Do you know the only thing that annoyed me? The box was off. That was like, it just straightened it.
It wasn't straight, was it?
And there's a bit in the box.
Saw the bit
That's the only thing.
on the right hand side of it, that little tiny bit of fluff.
Right bit,
The only thing I saw that was
Oh,
if it's straightened out, it's just like, you know, the shot where you were sitting outside.
yeah.
Like sort of pan to the side of your face while you were talking and pan back.
Okay, so now everyone's obliterated doing this video. I thought that was...
That's like a button unboxing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all good. Pan to the left, pan to the right.
Fluff in the box.
Box in straight.
Boxing straight.
Music was
And he swore again. Beep. No, awesome. So, I've been really funny about this. So if you look here, guys, you can see one side, because I have two sides. Well, that's a quarter of the one side. So that's some of the bags that I have, but I have like a whole nother wall on this side. And I get very nervous about showing certain things on social media because people are, oh, what? You got to say, what? But the team are saying to me that I should be doing videos like this and I should be showing people stuff. So yeah, so that's our first release, 10 a.m. on Saturday. You got a little snippet there. I think it's out of 10 I'm giving Duna on that, 8.5.
I'll take that. The first 3 minutes is probably like
10 out of 10.
yeah.
First 3 minutes, 10 out of 10.
It's a review video. There's not much you can do with it.
Yeah. Unless we break up in segments next time.
But what would you put in between each segment?
Picture of you.
I mean, that'd be 10 out of 10. 11 out of 10.
12 out of 10.
All
Ayush?
right.
Out of 10, what are you giving him on that video?
9. Oh, I'll take that.
Take
I'll
9.
Take that from my boss.
So, guys, okay, let me explain something to... Oh, God, have a look who's coming.
Hello. He's trying to escape.
He's trying to escape again.
After one video.
You're not leaving.
So, we have something we do, and it's 52 weeks, and it's like a package, it's a course. 52 weeks, and it starts with, so there's the 52 points, and starts with conveyancing, insurance, credit report. It's basically, and it ends with BRRR valuations, flipping, building your contact book. It's a whole 52 weeks of learning, and every Friday a video gets sent out to the people who have paid to do this course, and the video is shot by obviously me. I give all the information, all the knowledge out, and then I also have monthly meetups where people can come and see my projects, and we have a Zoom for everybody to join, and it's a new thing that I'm doing. So every Friday you get sent a video, and it's literally a learning experience from A to Z. So if you want to learn about property correctly from a property developer who does this day in, day out, as you see on the daily, this is the one for you. 52 weeks of learning, 52 weeks. I cannot explain the value that is in the videos. Now, I'm shooting week number 7 right now. We release them as people sign up, they get put onto the system, and then they get the videos accordingly. And I'm trying not to shoot any more at the minute. I'm trying to go out and get some lunch, and these guys are like, nope, you're getting to number 10, and every week we shoot 10, so we're so far ahead. I am going to do it, Ayush, 100%. You have me. We have just done number 7. I have 8, 9, and 10 to do now. What's the next one I'm doing?
Viewing the house.
Yes, so viewing the house and making sure you make the right decision. Guys, golden nuggets, tips, education like nobody else. I'm telling you, this 52-week course is the best thing ever in property education. Facts, guaranteed. It'll be on my website. The link is below in the description. Value for money. Click the link and have a look how much it is, and you tell me whether that's value for money. Even the fact that you get to come and see me once a month if you sign up, and as soon as I announce it in the app, because as soon as you sign up to this, you're a member of the property circle. I've never really touched on the property circle too much. I talk about it all the time, but I don't show you what you get from the property circle. I'm going to do a video tomorrow for you guys on the daily of what the property circle is and what you get. You're going to see it in full, because when you actually see what you get and you see what I do and what I give, I think the whole of the country who's into property would be amazed, and anybody that's not in property would look and go, this is unbelievable. So my 52-week course is now out today. So if you want it, sign up and be amazed, because the education is like no other. There's nobody in the UK that can give property education like me, and I can back it up with facts as an active property developer. Now, can you all stop standing around me like, look, I can't even get out the door. I'm not even allowed to leave my office. What was you doing then?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
To Dan.
3 more to shoot. It'll take me another hour and a half, 2 hours to shoot. Dan's back, guys. The man is back. Full, fit, healthy, assassin, ninja, warrior. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving.
2 hours later, I didn't buy the Tamworth house. The reason I didn't buy the Tamworth house was because the floor space wasn't as big as it looks on the pictures and on the drawings. It was also laid out quite awkwardly. It was in an Article 4 area, and I just didn't get a good vibe from it. So it was in, out, not for us. We'll move on to the next one. Looking for something a bit bigger. I'm also looking for a commercial space at the moment in the West Midlands. Under permitted development, I want to convert it into flats. I'm actively looking right now today to find one. So if you have one, guys, please drop me a message, steve@stevehamilton.com. Let me know if you have anything for sale that works in the Midlands. Anything you've got, really. If you've got anything that can convert into flats, if you've got any land that I can buy to build from the ground up, all West Midlands based, this is for me personally, so drop me a message. Don't drop me a message if you're trying to sell me a 3-bedroom house and you want a 9 grand sourcing fee. That's not going to happen. But other than that, that was the reason. That was the reason I didn't do it. We have a couple of meetings that I might make you privy to. 13 minutes. I have a meeting in 13 minutes. I'm also going down to the Bull Ring to get Isabella's trainers at some point today. I have to get all that tailored over there. I have 2 suits in there that need tailoring, which have been here for 2 weeks and I haven't done. And then I have a meeting with Hayden at 4 o'clock about the Entrepreneurs World. I have so much going on. It's amazing. I'm so happy. Entrepreneurs World on the 3rd of November. How to make your first million, to get into the group. Like-minded people. We have the dinner on the 20th of November, I believe. No, I think we have the dinner on the 20th of October. Why? I'm away. So it might be the 27th of October. My eye's stinging.
Can't be.
Bad.
Can't be 27th October.
Why?
Got 11 Tuesdays.
Okay. There is a date that I'm going to tell you very shortly, guys. I have literally had my diary booked up in full today, and I'll catch up with you guys in a minute because my eye is watering terribly. Guys, I'm just going to show you a property that was going to be turned into self-contained units. We have 4 live applications on the planning portal, and they came back with one and said, rejecting, Article 4, not interested. We don't care what you own, you personally, but your mentor students, who they don't know as my mentor students, I'm just telling you, we're rejecting that one. Your 3 that you've put through, we will have conversation with you and see what we can do, because we already own HMOs in the area. So we went back to the drawing board with the mentor students one, and we was like, what do you need in the area? And they mentioned
residential care home for children.
Residential care home for children is what they're looking for. And it falls under C2.
Yep.
It falls under C2. And We was like, okay, if that's what you need for that, let's have a conversation, because we might change our 3 existing on planning applications to something very similar, because 1, it adds something to the community which is needed. They've told us they are needed. And 2, financially, it makes way more sense. So this is the one that we've had changed today, and we are presenting it back to the planning officer. I'm not going to name who he is. And some of the things that we've had to change, Tom, if you want to help me and pull it through,
we had to,
because your writing is horrendous.
So-
So I know that the 2 staff offices with the bedrooms.
yeah, originally we had 1 staff office and bedroom, and then obviously the remainder of the rooms we've had to put 2 in, because to 3 service users, 3 or 4 service users, you need 2 staff members
Yep.
to be able to sleep over.
So on this one, we're putting the 2 staff offices and the 2 staff bedrooms downstairs.
Yep.
And we're having the living room as a communal.
Yep.
Okay.
And the staff has to add their own shower facilities.
Separate completely.
Separate
Well,
completely.
again, guys, you probably don't know this, but it's important to understand that if you are doing children's care homes, which we've done 2 previously, but we sold them, we never kept them, and having separate utilities for the staff is like tick box. It has to be done. There's no way around it.
Due to obviously us, it's a new planning application, full planning, so they want the bike store and the EV charging points on site. We have to allow for basically 2 staff members to be able to park and 2 company vehicles. So we need like 3 to 4 parking spaces. So, but we've got a lot of parking on this site.
So we're going to
I've
put 6 in on this one, aren't we?
Yeah, because we've got, it's a huge garden. There's 3 down each side. It's massive. It's got a rear access road. There's no reason why we wouldn't. It's a massive house.
Okay.
We've also, another quite interesting change on this house. So as you know, before there was a wall at the back that needed to be dropped due to structural issues.
Yep.
Yeah.
We was doing that anyway, we was rebuilding it.
Yeah, but now it's not. So rather than doing the 3 metre extension on the rear here, we were doing it here.
Okay.
Because then when we rebuild the wall, we just rebuild it. That's where the extension.
Okay. So we are rebuilding.
We are still rebuilding.
Yep.
But we're moving it.
Okay.
So we're not paying this cost twice.
Yep.
So we've saved some money there, which is
Okay.
good. And then this one is one I've just mocked up off, because.
So that's a different one though, isn't it?
Yeah,
So that's my one.
Yeah.
Okay, so one
That's
second.
just-
So going back to this one, so they can understand on the daily, the bike store
Yep.
and the charging points
Are
are
a tick
again,
box.
tick box have to be there. Okay, guys, they have to be there. These aren't things that we are adding to sweeten up the deal like we would if we was building flats, because they're not a necessity. These are a necessity into the planning application. So I needed to explain that to you, because when we do flat conversions, these aren't a necessity. These are sweeteners.
Yeah,
These are things that the councils will be like, okay, they're adding value. They're giving more than just your basics. These are a necessity. Same when it comes to the parking.
Parking's at the top of the. Parking comes above the whole drawing.
Okay.
Believe it or not,
So
it's ridiculous.
that's going back onto the portal either today or tomorrow.
Be tomorrow. The architect's driving back from London.
Okay,
he's
so it
gonna
will
do
be
the
tomorrow.
drawings tonight, and he'll submit them.
Okay, and then this one's my one.
Yeah, this is just us having a play.
Okay, so we're going to see what they say about this.
No, they're both going in.
Oh, you are?
But I was just playing with this one to show you. for a
Okay,
bit,
then,
and
so give me an idea, because
So
we was going with this, wasn't we?
Yeah, so
Which would have been passed.
Yep.
And they've told me, yep, you're good.
Yep.
So why now are we thinking, just because of the money, the financial
It's a
situation?
If we're
Okay,
going
yep.
to do one, we might as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then the other 2 within the opposite streets, I'm presuming you're thinking.
They're gonna go.
So you need to weigh it up compared to what the cost of,
It's
but the end value, as in, the one that I've got going through now will be 8 flats.
Yeah.
So turning it into the care home means I would have to keep and rent out.
The big one the big flat conversion one I'm keeping. As
Okay, Sam. So you
Yeah,
just
these
think
are
of this
the
one and the other one.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So we've got a staff bedroom office here. This lounge area, this is like 9 meters by
Yep.
about 7.
So you want to
So
split
we're
it
gonna
into.
split it. We've still got the communal lounge and dining area here in the kitchen, but we need a second staff bedroom, so we're going to put that there.
Yep.
We've still
What's the
got
floor space? Do you know?
That's about 3 meters by about 4 meters. So for a bed, it's only half a
So
bed.
it's 12. Doesn't it have to be 13?
I'll check.
Okay.
He'll run it and he'll move the wall
Accordingly.
where it's
Okay.
required. Again, back to opening all the doors outwards. The staff one's not so much a necessity.
But the ones where the
Upstairs,
children live in, the doors need to open outwards,
so
don't
they
they?
can't barricade.
Yes, so that's that.
here
That's
we've-
another tick thing that's
Yeah.
key.
So we've created a lobby here. We're opening this out onto a blank
in
space
order for the doors to open outwards.
And
Okay.
because the doors have to open outwards, but I'm really conscious about the fire
Yep.
escape routes.
Yep.
So even though one outweighs the other, obviously the child's life is more important than the fire. You have to balance it. But if we can move a few walls around to make it work,
Yep.
in both favour, we do that, which is what we've done here.
Okay.
Yeah, and obviously still the bathroom, and again that bedroom door's opening outwards.
Yep.
So this one is a 4-bedroom with 2 staff bedrooms, communal kitchen, dining, living room area.
Bike
with
store, charging
store.
points at the back, another parking space,
Yeah, I mean, this
multiple
bike store-
parking space.
This bike store is a brick-built building already.
Yep.
So we would have probably knocked it down. No, we don't need to knock it down. We
Okay.
can just repurpose it.
Okay.
Put a new roof on it.
And then the garage,
Garage is gone.
and we're using it for parking
Yeah, there's
spaces
1,
out the
2,
back.
3 with a turning circle at the top. I've sort of drawn that on there. There's a separate drawing.
Yep.
But I've used that.
So you're going to change the planning on that. Are you waiting for them to give you this, or are you just
Putting
doing it?
both in.
You just gonna do it.
Yeah, 2.
Okay, you carry on.
Because I think that when I put them both in and speak to him, I'm like, look,
Yeah. Okay. And just because I know we wasn't going to discuss it, but this is the one I signed the contract with.
Yeah.
2 days ago.
It is. The drawing's quite annotated because this is the one that you went through the guys with when you built the spec and helped them to do
Yeah.
that. But this is the drawing. So this is the one that's been now signed off. We've changed that to French
So
doors.
here's
as we've
all
marked up.
the steels.
Yeah, and this is the steel that sits in
And
the
that's a
wall.
timber steel, the pink.
Yeah, that's all the timber around the stairwell to
Yeah.
remove that area. It's a good house, big.
So it's a wind frame cross section, guys. If you can see here, if you want to come around here, please, and show them.
Masses of steel.
That is your wind frame cross section.
So that'll look a lot like the one that you saw before that we were
Yep.
forced to put
And
in.
it goes there. It's going there.
Big place, those.
Yeah, it's a big place. And we have a live visitor on the daily. Hello, Shishu. Shishu. Darling, what's wrong with him?
He's just woken up.
Oh, has he? Daily gang, would you like to see the prince himself? There you go. There's my prince. He's just woken up. Oh, he's actually going back to sleep. Is he feeling okay, darling?
Yeah.
Has he got a temperature?
No.
Cough?
Little tiny bit of a cough.
Oh, look how tired. Oh, guys, look at him falling asleep. He actually melts my heart.
So be feeling well a couple of days, isn't he?
He's not been feeling. He's been great, but he's just been a little bit under the weather.
Yeah.
Isabella's doing an unbelievable job with this boy. He's completely gone. Look, he's gone. Ah. Are you okay, darling?
Yeah, I'm good.
Where are you?
Look at that lady.
Oh, okay. Hello, Rachel.
She's in a really bad mood.
That's
I'm not in a mood, Steve.
that's the mother-in-law. You know, the ones we love. The mother-in-law. You know, the one that you have to build the annex in the back garden for. So what me and Isabella have done, we have bought a new house. We have 14 acres of land, and we have a pond in the garden, and we have built the annex on the other side of the pond. So when she wants us, we have to put the drawbridge down and get a boat to go across. And I'm not joking, that's serious. And we've built a beautiful annex. It's behind all the trees. We have to get the binoculars out to see it. If she wants to see us, she has to raise the flag and shoot a cannon. And then it's like, oh, Rachel needs us. And then we shoot over.
And even then, ignore her.
And then we drop the milk off to her and make sure she's taking her tablets and stuff, and she's all good. Good as gold. What?
Unless you've got a mother-in-law that never gives you any grief.
Look, you've got a mother-in-law that never gives us any grief. How are you, darling? You okay?
Yeah, I'm just planning for family club.
Okay then. So I've got to go because I'm filming, but I love you so much.
Love you.
I love my family. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. My boy melts my heart. My Isabella's the greatest in the world, and I'm very blessed with my family. It makes me unemotional. She calls me all the time as well because I don't get to see them. I got home at 1 o'clock last night. I was back out again this morning at 7 o'clock. I'm not getting home till 11 o'clock tonight. I'll be back out at 6 o'clock in the morning, but it's for the greater good. And my son gets to grow up in peace with no drama. Two parents arguing and fighting. Nope, that doesn't happen with me and Isabella. Worrying about money. Nope, any struggles that we have, I keep them here on these shoulders. I keep them away from my family and I make sure that they're happy all the time. Hectic day. We have done a lot of filming. We have changed a lot of plans on drawings and put them back through as something different. We actually did 3 since the last time that I showed you guys the ones we were doing. They're trying to hold me prisoner in the office. Phil's laughing. They're trying to hold me prisoner in the office, and I've decided to come out because my Isabella's had some trainers and Louis Vuitton have just called me to say they are in store to collect. So I've come out for a break because literally I've been sitting in front of that camera for 4 hours today. I have a meeting at 4:30 with Hayden from Deal Sourcing. I have a meeting at 5 o'clock with Armani. He's been out on a marketing appraisal today to have a look and see what needs to be improved on. And then I have another meeting at 6 o'clock. I'm trying to document them all for you, every single thing. And yeah, let me go and get these trainers and I'll catch you back at the office in about 1 second.